Let's go, let's go, let's do it up. Let's do it up. Do it up. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to OK Bud, the podcast where everything's gonna be okay, bud. I am Ben Kissel on Instagram at Ben Kissel1, joined by Jerii Aquino.
Hello.
At Miss_Jerii, that's Jerii, and Kyle Ploof.
Hey.
At Kyle Ploof. Check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/diebud. Comment on the shows, watch live. We officially have video on Spotify. So what's up?
Ooh, baby.
What up to everybody watching on Spotify? Thank you so much for your support. Click that little follow button and leave a comment and rock and roll. Also, shoot us an email, okbudpod@gmail.com. And that is where we start today's episode.
Yeah?
Kyle.
Yeah.
You would think the thing that pisses people off about Kyle is a lot of his opinions and overall personality.
Yeah, just about everything about me.
But no.
Of his head.
Oh my God, we have a fall. We have another fall. What the fuck?
This one folded this
One
time.
folded. Oh my God.
What are you entering an origami contest? The fuck are you folding for?
Okay, well, he put 2 screws in the OK Bud and the Ben Kissel Politics poster, and now we're going to have to put a screw in the Death and Entertainment poster.
You guys are...
One in there.
There is one in there.
How many
It's low.
buds does it take to put up a couple of signs?
Oh my God. Everything is falling in part. We're
It's
falling
part of what?
in part of a wonderful program that we have for you all today.
It's all full. It's all falling together.
It's all folding, yes. It's all coming.
Folding together.
It's all coming together. Okay, cookie. Yeah. Eat that okay cookie. Okay, well, speaking of eating, Arby's. There are many Arby's supporters out there.
This has been quite the controversy. I wasn't expecting this.
It really has been. We didn't expect it either. We stepped in it and didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
Much like you don't see when the tummy rumbles after you eat a couple of beefy cheese. Arby's has a lot of fans out there, and I want to tell all Arby's fans, we see you.
They don't have a lot of fans, and we don't see you.
We do see them.
No one's ever walked in. I've never seen you walk in.
I don't really know where Arby's is.
It's a front. It's all a psyop.
A psyop. Wow.
Of what?
He is just riling up feathers.
It's just.
Yes.
They're like, this is a place of business, but it's not.
Okay, it's not, sure. According to Robert Ochoa, he says, I'm probably the last person who eats at Arby's. That's what he says.
That's how he starts.
And I can say some of the food is great. The classic roast beef sandwich is good. And evidently, they have something that none of us knew they had, which is an orange cream milkshake. He says it's to die for.
That does sound very good.
There you go.
Yeah, it sounds great.
Okay.
Yeah.
He also says the potato cakes must be one of the best hash brown / tater tots ever made.
Hash brown / tater tot.
/ also the cranberry turkey sandwich, which comes out during the holidays. Okay,
I'm not really into the cranberry stuff, to be honest. I've never really gotten that.
The last thing on earth I ever want to eat, it sounds like a death row meal, Arby's cranberry sauce.
You're kind of...
But this is coming from Robert. And he says, I will say, the roast beef cheddar has officially become trash.
Whoa.
Roast beef cheddar?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like trash.
But it was so good when I was growing up. Yeah. And then he says, Hail Arby's. So there you go.
Wait, so just like this poster, he was folding all over the place in this email.
He said,
he was flipping, he was flopping.
He said some of the items are pretty good.
Got it.
So, and for Arby's, that's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, you got to take that win right there. If you're Arby's.
I guess so.
Mm-hmm.
Is there an Arby's here?
No. He said there's only two in California. I think there's only 2 in California.
Good reason.
Yeah, they're not doing very well overall. But I did work at Arby's. Everyone knows that. And the meat does come congealed. It is not a solid hunk of meat. It comes sort of like a putty. And then you do have to put it in a glorified freezer for 24 hours. And then it is sliceable.
Wow.
So,
well, maybe they should start an Arby's truck.
Oh my God, go back to basics.
They might have some more luck out here. Well, everyone loves a good truck out here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Arby's truck will come find you.
All right, let's move on. It is almost July 9th.
And by that
Almost.
you mean it's July 8th?
Yes.
Okay.
But we don't record on Wednesdays.
Right.
So this is a big story. Why? Because July 9th will be the shortest day recorded in history. Ever.
Does that mean that the person that records time is going to wake up late and go to bed early?
Yes, because they're
Okay.
going to be out there. They're going to be celebrating something that they celebrate on July 8th, like Glarg Glarg's birthday or some bullshit. And they're going to mess it all up. So scientists say we're in a very unusual time.
Yeah, no shit.
Tomorrow, July 9th, it's going to feel shorter than your average day. And there's a scientific phenomenon to blame for it. Earth is spinning faster as a result of that pesky moon's position.
Okay.
We're going to talk about positions here a little bit later when it comes to sex and danger of the vaginal cavity.
And
Lunar-
wow.
Lunar style.
Things I never wanted to hear from Ben.
Yeah, that's right. Welcome to Thanksgiving dinner, kids.
Wow.
So it's going to be a speed up, and this is going to be anything from 1.3 to 1.6 milliseconds. Okay? So that's how much shorter it's going to be. So you're going to notice that.
You're going to notice the milliseconds of your life being taken away.
I love that. I love that soap opera, milliseconds of our life.
Milliseconds of our lives.
Just me having sex with a plushie. Okay. Our big. I want to thank a fan, by the way, who gave Jerii her plushie.
Yeah.
Thank you,
It's a
fan.
xenomorph.
It's an amazing alien.
But you didn't leave
I
us your
love it
name
so much.
You didn't leave us your name. So now you are fan number one. Thank you. Thank you, fan number one, from Jerry's heart to mine.
Are they the predator to this alien?
Maybe.
Okay, so apparently our rotation process, evidently it's sensitive business, which we didn't think about. It's a there's a phenomenon. It's ranging from seasonal changes and also to natural disasters. And because of that, there's been a surprising impact on, I guess, the speed of the Earth. The latest disturbance in the force will be the sixth of its kind since 2020.
The sixth. That's a lot since 2020.
Yes. but
Time is speeding up.
now it's slowing down. Wait, or is it speeding up?
It's speeding up. Well, tomorrow's going to be a short day, so that means time is speeding up.
Oh, it still means it's speeding up. Not,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
shit.
It's like we're treating the world like such trash. It can't wait to end.
Oh, wow. According to Duncan Agnew, they're a geophysicist at Scripps Institution of Oceanography. Oh my God, what kind of date is this? I'm getting soaked in my pants just thinking about Duncan Agnew.
Soaked with what?
Seawater.
Got it.
It's salty anyway. So he says this is an unprecedented situation and a big deal. He's excited, so I'm excited.
Okay.
You know, when we talk about pro wrestling, for example, Jerii.
Yes, I get very excited.
Yes. He says it's not a huge change in the Earth's rotation that's going to lead to some catastrophe or anything, but it's something notable. He's noting it.
It's notable.
It's yet another indication that we're in a very unusual time. So that is, we are possibly going to go back in time at some point, basically. What we're saying is time is all fucked up. It's all different and changing now.
Yeah, everyone's starting to recognize more rules of time and making up their own. And they're like, well, technically, time's going to be faster tomorrow, but it should slow down by Thursday.
Yeah, exactly.
It's an operation.
It's going to go tomorrow. Oh, God. I wish I could keep that into a bottle. I wish I could put that in a bottle.
So that.
There we go. If I could have time in a bottle.
So you're gonna basically just wake up and you're gonna be like, man, this day like just zoomed by.
And if you're late to anything, you can say, well, the Earth's rotation is a little faster today, so maybe things are a little bit different, boss.
Basically, I was driving here on an uphill
Yeah.
of time.
Exactly. So that's something good for that you can tell your family. your
Not
children.
tomorrow though. Tomorrow time's speeding up. You're supposed to get
Yes.
there faster. You're supposed to get there sooner.
Everyone at the bar, everyone at the office, tomorrow, that's your go-to. You know, today, everything's a little bit faster. Have you noticed? Oh, we're getting out of work early today. 1.3 milliseconds early.
Yeah. Yeah,
Which-
that's valid.
Don't tell the company. They're going to take that off your paycheck.
They really will.
That's like 1/10 of a penny, and they will find a way.
And then they'll tax it.
yeah,
And
double
then
tax it.
you lose so much for that 1 millisecond.
Well, speaking of WWE superstars,
Yeah, we were thinking of that.
Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch, they're married in real life.
Yes.
Okay.
And they're both wrestlers, and they're a super sweet couple, and they do CrossFit together, and they're super hot, and she has a baby, and the baby's probably going to be super athletic, and they're just genetically
Yeah.
superior to all of us.
Sounds nice.
but everyone knows where they are at any given time because they do live television, specifically Monday Night Raw.
I actually have no idea who these people are that you're talking
Oh, they're the best.
The
Let me see. Can I see the photo?
Becky Lynch is. You're a WWE Women's Champion, by the way, so you should probably get to know your competition.
Yeah,
That's Becky Lynch, the man.
She calls herself the man.
The man. She's
Calls herself
Irish.
the man.
And
That's
then this is
awesome.
her boo, Seth Rollins, who is just one of the greatest, really one of the greatest in-ring performers of all time.
That's awesome. They look so cute together.
Because they were doing live television, somebody broke into their home in Rhode Island.
Oh God! See, that's what I'm worried about. I worry
Yes.
about that shit.
It was 3:00 in the morning, and literally the people are like, well, they're wherever WWE is, so let's just break into their house.
That's crazy.
Rollins himself allegedly reported the crime. Well, the duo were on the road. They were filming Saturday night's main event. No arrests have been made, but it's just such a crazy time where, because everything is so real, nothing is pre-recorded.
Yeah.
You do kind of know where these people are at all times. So you're like, well, they have a house right there. We know they're not in it because they're on our television. What if we just go rob Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins?
Well, they should have more security.
From your butt to God's nose, I completely agree.
What?
I completely agree.
Dare send that up to God's nose.
He's probably paying good money for it.
Yeah.
He made it.
Mm-hmm. So that's that. That's the
Jesus
end.
Christ.
That's the beginning, middle, and end of that story. But you better
Yeah.
fucking not rob my WWE superstars anymore, because then they're not going to show up for the live events, and then we'll have nothing to watch.
Yeah. Well, they better hope that they're not home on holiday or something. They'll get a curb stomp.
Exactly. You're going to rob fake fighters' house.
Yeah, you can't do that.
They're about to become real fighters. You bitch.
They could definitely. It looks like they could kick someone's ass who tried to break into their house. They're
Yeah.
very muscular.
Oh, yeah.
I agree. They're absolutely buff. And if they don't kick your ass because they do CrossFit, they're going to wear you down.
Yeah. Chris G is saying this is a crime ring that was targeting NFL players. They broke into several players.
It's the same one?
Wow.
So that's
That's
crazy.
insane.
I mean, it is, like you said, you know that they're not there.
You know they're not there.
Yeah.
And you know I am home because I don't have a job.
Yeah, so
okay?
come find me.
And the only thing I have is a PS5 and a fucking half-deaf dog.
Yeah. And I have so many jobs. You literally never know where I am at any given moment.
But your house, I've been to it, it's booby-trapped.
And my house is also booby trapped. With what?
I don't know. I just feel like your house would be like you, because you have so much stuff. It'd be like, what do I take?
So much stuff.
But it's also just it's very
all-
your
Take the
bed or the
stuff.
TV.
It's all crap.
It's not crap. It's
all a
your
bunch of
stuff.
crap. The entire house looks like a garage sale.
Yes, but it's your stuff.
Garage sale.
There's no resale. It's not like, oh, this is going to be huge on the market. Everyone wants this goth girl with a bleeding vagina that statue.
I wish I had that. First
I
of all, I
know.
don't have that. Don't start naming things that don't exist in my house for people to try to fucking steal.
Ben's just saying you're the only one that values your stuff.
Yeah, I got it.
I wanted to talk about menstruation.
Bleeding vaginas. Got it. Perfect segue. Go on.
How long should you pee?
Oh my God.
This is a study. I'm just reading studies. I'm talking studies.
How long should you pee for?
How long should you pee? And when is it a significant signal that you have a very serious health problem?
Well, I know exactly how long I pee.
What?
How long do
Why
you
do
pee?
you know that?
Because back when Kate and we had to warm bottles for him, it would be
With your pee?
no.
Just piss on all the bottles. Like that guy pissed on all the spam.
That's good.
He boiled it.
No other
right
way to
there
eat
at
these.
Sam's Club.
Right. It's not touching the liquid inside. It's just going on the outside of the bottle to warm it up.
No, I would set it for 70 seconds, and then as I'm coming out the bathroom, ding. So I know I pee for about 65 seconds. every time.
Oh.
Is that bad?
What are you fucking talking
Yeah,
about?
what are you
That
drinking?
doesn't-
What are you drinking?
I pee for about 65 seconds.
65 seconds.
Yeah.
According
Over a minute of just standing
Oh, God,
there.
are we going to find out I have a terminal illness?
we're gonna find out you're
Definitely have a terminal something.
different.
I'm built different.
U.S. researchers at the Georgia Institute of Technology, they did a bunch of piss studies.
Ben, you're looking very concerned.
I'm not. I'm good. I'm good.
He's just upset he wasn't there for it.
Well, it's supposed to take 21 seconds.
Whoa!
Yeah, it's supposed to take 21 seconds. And so
It's
you
got to
said-
come all the way out this dick.
Yeah, well, I don't
Jesus
think.
Christ.
Yeah,
That's a short slide, my friend. It's going to shoot right out.
yeah, you're lucky you don't pee in negative amounts of seconds, kind of the size of your schwang. So if you're spending a lot of time peeing, like over a minute,
Well, doesn't that mean you're just really hydrated?
it means that you're expanding your bladder too much.
Oh, well, I
no.
blame that on my mother, who used to make me sit in the car and I would scream, I have to pee, I have to pee, I have to pee. And she'd say,
She's
hold it.
We're training your bladder, buddy.
I used to have the worst pee pains
Yeah.
when I was a little kid.
Ouch. That's
So maybe my bladder is just huge.
It might be. My dad used to say, tie it in a knot. And then I would say, Dad, you are grossly overestimating the length of my penis.
Well, maybe you can, if it's soft enough, you can just like stretch it out like gum. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Get like thin and then.
Or you push it in.
Yeah.
Put a button on it.
To
Push
push it in.
it in. Yeah, just throw it back into its apartment.
Yeah. Go home, turtle. Go home. Watch your TV show, turtle. That'd be cute.
This is horrifying. Well, then girls, if they don't have that, but they do have the power of the stream.
Yes.
They can go like small stream, or they can go like that full force where you lift the handle off the hose and then it just opens its mouth. It's like,
Yeah, I've paid for that. So they say the average bladder. This is strange. They say the average bladder only holds 1 pint. So
I should measure my volume too.
Yeah. But they have warned that waiting until you're ready to burst that's going to put you at risk of a urinary tract infection and kidney infection. So
my problems.
The researchers say the 21-second rule, which Kyle is more than doubling.
I'm peeing for 3 people.
Yeah, you literally are. That is described, and this is a quote, as the law of urination.
The law.
I'm breaking the law?
You're breaking
Yeah.
the law. You're not within the laws of urination.
International piss laws.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm in. Our urine.
Nice.
I just saw the streaming wars of South Park.
it's the best.
It was amazing.
It's so fucking South Park. Have you heard of it?
Matt Damon is in. Our urine.
Are you in? So the law of urination applies to all mammals. Every mammal weighed
Got
over
it.
3 kilograms. So that's all.
So elephants.
Yes.
Elephants can only pee for 21 seconds.
I guess. Yes. Yes.
This is not accurate.
That's what you're supposed to do.
That doesn't feel.
Yes. According to Chris Blick, he is a consultant of piss.
That's an old bladder blick.
They say he's a urological surgeon. Okay? Chris Blick, piss consultant. He said, generally speaking, you shouldn't force yourself to wait until you're desperate to urinate. He's a total rapper. Occasionally, this technique may be used as part of the bladder retraining to support patients with overactive bladders. So maybe that's what your mom, who is a very certified nurse,
Yeah.
that's maybe what she was trying to do for you, Kyle.
I wonder if they have like the gastric bypass. If they have a bladder bypass, I could like tie me off so
Oh God.
I get
Ow.
less pee time.
Well, because I go to the bathroom often. I have a small bladder that fills up quick, but I can't. But I'm not there for over 60 seconds.
People say we all have the same 24 hours. I have less time.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
I do.
No, you don't.
Just because you're a father.
Because I'm pissing all
Because
over
you're
the
peeing
place.
all over.
Oh,
place.
that is true.
I have less time than you guys. If you guys are pissing for 5 seconds,
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna have even less time tomorrow. It's gonna be the fastest day on Earth.
it's amazing I get anything done.
So don't use the bathroom tomorrow.
Oh, that'll be the whole day.
It's gonna be the whole day.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So they say if you regularly hold your urine over time, it can cause a bladder to stretch out, potentially causing prostate cancer.
Oh, no.
Well,
There you go. It can be so if you piss real long, and then and they say so they say if you feel the urge to pee, but you don't piss that much, then you have prostate cancer.
oh my God, maybe that's what I have.
You don't have a prostate, Jerii.
Oh, that's right.
You're safe on that one. So just be careful out there.
That's fun. Yeah.
So
and for the girlies that like to pee, like do like a little nervous pee right before you leave the house. Just do that, and then it just like you just like get out a little, and then that's it. It's just like a little something, just so I can make sure the whole tank is empty before I'm running around.
Well, exactly, because you're going to be in the car for a while, and then it is true. One of the few benefits of being a man is we get to go to the bathroom slightly faster. And so women have to wait longer. So you have to be very cautious when it comes to pee. You can't just get up and go when you have to pee. You got to wait 5 minutes. You got to give yourself a 5-minute window
Wait, why?
because there's more lines for women's bathrooms.
Oh,
traditionally.
right. Yeah. There's more.
Traditionally.
Oh man, there's nothing better than a women's bathroom
Yep. Yeah, tell me about it. Checks cameras. Yeah, tell me about it. I wish people were using them more.
Oh my God.
Okay, so just a small little urinary tract infection. You might have one if your pee is low temperature, so you want to take a nice temperature.
You have cold piss?
I don't
Low
know.
temperature.
They say if it's a high temperature or a low temperature, so you're supposed to take its temperature like it's a sick child.
Maybe it's when it's hot that hurts.
Yeah. Yeah. That's very true. That's very true.
I can't ever imagine having cold pee.
Yeah, I don't know how that would feel. I guess it's. I like to
feel good.
I like to pee in rivers and lakes, but then you realize that's where all the that's where like those little parasites sneak into your
Ooh.
body.
Yeah, they
my
follow
God.
the warm flow right into your pee-pee.
No.
They do.
Yeah, it's
That's
happened.
horrifying.
It does
You?
happen.
Not to me.
It happens
Oh.
to a lot of people, though. I mean,
Damn.
like enough to make the news every summer in the Midwest because people still swim
Swim?
in lakes, which are just large toilettes.
It sucks because lakes do look so fun in theory.
They do. They do.
I don't think I've ever jumped in a lake.
Oh, you haven't?
I don't think so, no.
Oh, there's something about a beautiful summer day, the lake. I mean, it has to be a nice, clean. When you want a lake that doesn't allow motorized vehicles on it, like my
Okay.
brother and his husband's lake in upstate New York that they're on,
Cute.
you can see right to the bottom. You can see the fish and shit.
Oh, that's nice because
It's
I'm
very
always
nice.
thinking about like these murky, dark black, like Loch
don't
Ness
want that.
Monster kind of lakes. It looks like algae is just everywhere.
Yeah, those are gross
I
lakes.
hate that.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's just stay in the world of the under below. And we'll get to some other stories here in a second.
Underbelows.
Vaginas.
Oh,
So this is also a study that has come out. New research has revealed the most dangerous sexual positions that can cause vaginal injury. I would assume also butt injuries.
don't do it on a roof. Don't do it on a horse. Don't do it in an algae-filled lake.
Oh, God, that would
Um,
fucking lead to something bad.
Yeah.
Yuck.
Dr. Snooch here.
So, sex education experts at Joy Love Dolls. Okay, Joy Love Dolls.
Who's Joy Love Dolls?
They're the ones who did this study.
They're a doctor? Dr. Joy Love Dolls?
I guess so. Yeah, go there.
That's definitely a brand for like a sex toy.
Yeah, it's like,
company.
what do you got all these condoms in your pocket for? Oh, I'm going to the doctor. Joy Love Dolls. They analyzed more than 1,000 people across Europe who have sustained sex-related injuries.
Uh-huh.
And they found out the most dangerous position is doggy style.
Wow.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Isn't that crazy?
Goes right up, and then when you're in that position, all the organs like just kind of like move out the way so that you can go even further up, and everything's just and then it's just poking out of your eyeballs.
Can we change the name? I don't like doggy style. I love dogs, and I don't like doggy style. I don't like thinking of animals. Maybe just it looks more like, I don't know.
Back shots.
Yeah, I guess they call them back shots.
Action. Hero's pose.
But doggy style.
Pretty adjacent to that yoga pose, hero pose.
Okay, let's go hero pose.
Hero pose
Oh,
is
that's
nice.
so much better.
Yeah, let's
I
go
like
hero's
that.
pose.
We're calling doggy style hero pose.
so you can save the day with your back shots.
I love that.
Yeah.
Apparently, when it comes to women, that was 20% of their injuries came from hero mode.
Johnny said proceed with caution style.
Yeah, well, exactly. Oh my God, that's a fantastic tramp stamp tattoo.
That's good.
Proceed with caution.
And
And then I'm going to get one on my back that just says men at work.
Nice.
Got solid. Good job.
Women reported a range of injuries from bruises and sprains to vaginal
Ouch.
tearing.
Oh God. Ouch.
For men, 16% of male sex injuries were caused again by the hero mode.
What?
Penile,
Really?
yes, penile fractures. Apparently, you hit the backbone and your dick just
Holy
snaps.
shit.
That happened to me.
You broke your
Everything
dick.
has happened.
It really
A
happened.
girl was riding and then leaned all
Oh,
the way
you
back.
wish, Kyle.
Leaned all the way back and snapped. Like, you could hear it.
Oh,
It hurt so bad.
I would imagine.
Got a bruise.
Did you finish?
Oh, yeah, it happened.
Obviously.
It hurt, but it felt good too.
But it happened.
God. Dang.
Now he needs to be like chopped in half. Like you know those old school icy things, and you would like break them in half.
Yeah.
Or like something to make it glow in the dark.
Right.
That's what he has to
That's what it
snap his
was.
penis
It's a
so he can find the
glow stick
bathroom
dick.
at night. Yeah, glow stick dick.
Glow stick dick.
Don't remind.
That's what all the girls in high school called them because they all knew about it.
Yeah.
Because it's non-toxic.
Just a chick comes out with glowing lips. You're like, what were you doing, Barbara? You know what I mean? Did you blow glow stick dick? No, he gave me $10 and told me he wouldn't tell anyone. Well, your lips are glowing. Yeah, yeah.
Shit.
The second is just simply missionary position. So it's the most mundane positions. And then lastly, it's missionary, it's hero mode. Those are the ones that are the absolute most dangerous.
Yeah, that's why women are always like, you see, that's why I like when you're average, because when they're too big, it hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that just hurts my feelings.
I actually prefer yours, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, thanks.
It's perfect.
And they always say that.
Not like those big ones.
Always unprovoked.
Yeah,
Like, it's
it was in their head.
I always say that with vaginas. Oh, that's a nice one. I've seen some big ones.
Yeah.
Big
The
ones?
tiny ones hurt.
The big ones. Oh my God, there was a gal at a club in Edinburgh that had a clitoris that I'll never forget. I think she named it. It was so huge, and the other girls were like, "What was it like?" And I was like, "Yo, it was crazy."
It was like a little dick.
It was
like a big dick.
It was bizarre.
Yeah.
Also, be careful switching positions in mid-sex because 10% of female injuries occur during the switcheroo.
During that makes
Yes.
sense.
And
Someone wants to be a little hasty, and they're like, I bet I can turn this
Do a quick flip.
around while we're still like all up in each other and shit. And that is always where something goes wrong.
And the image that they're showing is a standing 69 position,
Jesus Christ.
which is almost physically impossible. Also, standing can be dangerous, although there's only 4% of injuries from standing. So it's
you could
really
slip, you could fall.
Tombstone pile driver.
Yep. Exactly. And lastly, the cowgirl or reverse cowgirl, that rounds up the top 5.
Yes.
That's okay. Well, don't go hurting anyone.
Don't go hurting anyone,
with
but
all of the positions of sex.
Don't lean back as hard as you can, as fast as you can, if you're on top.
well, don't have a small penis that slips out, cow.
No, it was in. That's why it was like a death,
That-
death
It was
grip.
in?
Yes.
Not
if
a
you
death grip.
fucking snap my dick off.
Clean off, huh? Well, that makes a lot of sense.
I think now you're officially married in the state of Massachusetts. But the reverse cowgirl, only 1% of women had injuries and about 6% of men. So for the most part, you're going to be safe.
I guess so.
But
yeah.
be careful. Be careful out there having sex and have fun.
Have safe sex, and not just with the condom stuff. With the with the edges of your house, and don't
Oh
bump
my
into
God,
the
bubble
corners of your desks.
Slippery floors.
Slippery
Absolutely.
floors. Don't do the shower thing. It's not hot. It's complicated. It's awkward.
Yeah, well, you got to wear
Rough.
shower shoes.
Or it has to be like a mat
Yeah, you have to have a
on
mat
it.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Be safe than sorry.
Any comments on that so far? Has anyone broken their dick or a vagina at all lately?
Nobody
their
has, I don't
vagina.
think.
Thank
Oh
God.
God.
But people are
ouch.
agreeing with Jerii and you, saying what hasn't happened to you, Kyle.
No, seriously.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
If it hasn't happened to you, you got a cousin in jail for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cousins are murderers.
Yeah. Said if Kyle's penis snaps in the middle of the forest and no one hears it, was it ever hard enough to snap?
Oh!
It's a good point.
Oh!
I love that.
Shots fired.
All right, let's move on. Staying in the world of love and relationships somewhat, but also let's add potential murder. Gary Coleman, the little dude. Remember Gary Coleman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was really funny, right?
He was funny.
Well, his wife, Shannon Price, took a lie detector on an A&E show called Lie Detector, Truth or Deception, right?
Okay.
Because I guess she's really horny for a television credit. I don't know why anyone does any of this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that being said, we're good. We'll do it. I'll do it.
Yeah.
We'll do it right
I'll
now.
do it. No, hire me. I'll definitely do
I
it.
did do it on Steve Harvey's
I
show.
know exactly.
Oh my God, you did do it?
Yeah. I did the lie detector thing on Steve Harvey's show. And I didn't lie. And they said I lied about a certain thing. So I might have this chick's back.
You know, sometimes I feel like you could probably just get really nervous.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it just and then it just like spikes up like it's alive.
Well, they say if you don't you like have to like poke yourself with something or something, and then your body is like, I ain't lying or I am lying or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, you keep your heart rate up constantly by causing yourself pain.
So Gary Coleman died because he fell, and you might think, well, that's a shortfall, but he died, so it doesn't even matter. So, a former FBI
He was old.
He was old, and he fell down, and he died. A former FBI agent, George Olivo, asked Shannon Price if she caused Gary Coleman's fatal fall. Obviously, in the lie detector, she denied it. However, it was indicated that it is indeed deception. So this is what they said. They said, you failed the exam regarding Gary's fall. There's two things I know for sure, Shannon. One, you were not completely honest with me yesterday during the polygraph section. And two, the other thing I know is that 100% certain is that there's more to this story that hasn't been told.
Oh, shit.
Ooh.
He says the body never lies. The body always tells the truth. So he said the same thing twice.
Yep.
And your body on the lie detector test spoke loud and clear that there's something that caused you to fail this test. Gary Coleman was killed by this redheaded woman with huge gums.
Yeah. I really thought you were gonna go with tits, but no, she
No.
has really big gums.
Holy shit, she is something
Was she? And she was married to him.
to Gary Coleman. Look
Yeah,
she has more gum than tooth.
She does. She just got She has a solid tooth.
She looks
gum
like
ratio.
Charlie Kirk. Oh my God.
Yeah, maybe she maybe murdered him,
Yeah.
or maybe. Nah, she probably did.
Yeah.
She also looks a lot younger.
She does.
Yeah,
She was a lot younger. She married him for his lot of money.
Yeah.
Also, when Gary died, he was only 42.
Oh.
Oh no, yeah, he fell in their Utah home, and then he had intracranial hemorrhage
Yeah.
in May of 20.
Oh,
He
head
died.
trauma.
He died in 2010.
Yeah, it's been a while. You know,
Why is she just getting to it now? Why is she doing this now?
why do something that you have run the risk of making yourself look guilty for something you possibly didn't do?
Especially for a television icon like Gary Coleman, who was very funny
It's very odd.
and gropey. He got gropey towards the end.
Ew.
Sometimes when you're a little different, they do more stuff, and people are just like, get out of here.
Yeah.
So Price alleged that she found him after the fall. It was ruled an accident, and Price, of course, was never charged with anything. In the Peacock documentary, simply entitled Gary,
Oh, okay.
which I'm not sure if he deserves that, or whatever.
Well, come
I would
on.
say Gary Oldman
He
or
was
something.
around for a while.
That's true. According to Darren Nord, he says Coleman's death was always suspicious. And his manager says we were absolutely stumped because there were way too many questions with no answers. They say the fact that people come out and say, she murdered Gary, she pushed him down the stairs, that really hurt me. That's according to Shannon Price. She's saying the fact that people say that I pushed him down the stairs, that hurts me.
Yes, and I took that personally.
And I took that personally.
Mm-hmm.
But then when he was rushed to the hospital, he was all fucked up and he died. She said that he was not in the right frame of mind. She says, I was frantic, I was stressed, anxiety, sad, just stuff like that any normal person would feel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then he was placed in a medically induced coma. And then Price removed Coleman from life support. So I don't think she really waited that long.
Right away.
Yeah, she didn't really wait that long. She was like, I want that Coleman money, that royalty check coming through.
Yeah, it definitely seems that way.
Which I guess he still gets royalty checks.
Yeah, but he was struggling financially for a while. That's why he was on the surreal life, and he hated
Right.
it.
Yeah.
That's
But he
right.
did-
I remember that.
He did need an income, so
And then I think he was actually a security guard for a moment.
yeah, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep. But then Coleman's ex-girlfriend, Anna Gray, said that Price was more worried about herself than the person she was calling 911 for. So, Shannon Price, I don't know why you went on this show, but it seems like you killed Gary Coleman.
Seems like she's guilty and hiding some stuff.
Yep. And then according to the questions, they say, did you ever strike Gary Coleman? And then she said no. And then the detective said, I'm not going to say that you passed that test because you didn't. The findings were inconclusive.
Oh.
Oh, damn.
I think it was probably
She hit him.
Yeah, it was probably like a lot going on. You little fucker.
Yeah.
And then, where's your money? And you're so lucky I'm with you. And, if you're a child and you're like, you're going to grow up to marry a TV star. And then you're like, oh my God, who's it going to be? And then it's Gary Coleman.
Retired Gary Coleman.
Retired Gary Coleman.
God.
What are you talking about, Willis? Indeed. All right. Yeah. So who knows? But statistically, according to the cop, they say this raises eyebrows. Then again, you're the same person sitting there who's still nervous. And he was still also a bit distracted. So maybe she's just a nervous Nancy. She's distracted. She obviously wanted fame very, very badly because she went on all these shows with him.
Yeah.
And I don't. I wonder it doesn't matter.
They weirdly look alike in that photo.
Yeah, they kind of make a nice couple in a strange way.
Yeah.
Because she's kind of, not that he's all fucked up and shit, but because he's, but she's all whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
How do I say? I'm trying to be.
She's a little off. Huh?
She's a little off. Just like a little bit. Like you took mushrooms and then you like look at your friend who isn't off, but then in your brain you're like, they're off.
Right.
Kind of like that with a smile. It's sad when you don't have anyway, I'm just being mean-spirited.
It is sad, isn't it?
It is sad.
It's sad when you don't finish your sentences.
Well, I'm just saying when you have a smile that's all gums and then you can't smile very much because...
Man, it's so sad. It's sad when Ben finishes his sentences sometimes.
I feel like the people who do have the biggest gums usually smile the most.
Yeah, because you can recognize it.
Then you
it
notice
sticks in your head.
Always there.
Anyway, you know what? If you drink instant coffee, you have a 700% more likely chance of going blind. Do you want to fucking hear that story?
Yeah.
Got that story?
That's the last story for the day then. Yeah.
Well, it's good. It's good that no one here drinks instant coffee. Do you drink instant coffee?
My lady does.
Kayleen is going to go blind.
And her mom. It's like...
Why does she do that?
There's actual coffee you can get out there.
Yeah.
I don't get the instant coffee thing.
I don't get it
unless you grew
either.
up in the Great Depression.
Right.
Instant coffee dramatically increases your risk of age-related macular degeneration, which is coming to the WWE. Suck it.
Oh.
They did a little research on over 500,000 participants in the UK.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. And they found if you drink, which almost makes it instant coffee, almost shouldn't be around anymore. Instant coffee increases your likelihood of developing AMD. Again, that's what makes you blind. 700% more likely.
Okay, can someone just call my grandmother real quick and tell her to stop drinking the instant coffee?
That's a lot, 700%.
Yeah, that's a lot of percent.
Yeah, I don't want to die blind.
No.
That would suck.
Yeah.
Although, if you get onset blindness like late in life,
right?
Like, nah, I'm over it. What all is there to see anymore?
I guess you could just listen to programs, get into radio plays and shit like that.
Yes, we do offer that.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, they say this is a big thing.
No, that's crazy.
He says there's a genetic overlap that suggests there may be shared biological pathways or metabolic mechanisms connecting the preference for instant coffee with the risk of developing dry AMD. So I think that they're saying people who like instant coffee genetically are also more likely to go blind because something wrong with them.
They got dry eyes.
They have dry eyes.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely not a problem for me. I'm like constantly crying.
Yeah.
Dry your eyes.
No, I have to keep them wet.
Then I'll get AMD.
So I don't get blinded by coffee.
Who's the name of that sexy singer? Not Barry Manilow. Dry your eyes. Da, 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 da. It's a new day afternoon.
Barry Manilow?
No, it's a super stud.
The Streets.
No, not the Streets.
Not the Streets?
Oh my God. You guys, come on.
Neil Diamond.
Neil Diamond.
Stud?
Pedophile.
Come on.
not a pedophile.
That's the stud.
Sweet Caroline was written about a 12-year-old Caroline Kennedy.
Jesus.
Shut up.
That's
Christ.
true.
No, it's not.
It's a fact.
Wow.
Neil Diamond's a national fucking icon, an international icon.
I really want to fuck that 12-year-old. I'm going to write a song about it.
Shut
The
up.
Red Sox are going to use it for a 7th inning stretch.
Yes,
Well, then-
stud. I thought you were going to say Lenny Kravitz. You went with Neil Diamond?
Neil Diamond is a stud. Also, Lenny Kravitz, when his pants broke, I thought at first it was a big dick, and then I re-looked at it. It's not even that big of a dick. Look at Lenny Kravitz's dick before we go to comments.
Wow, are you serious? You're so mad at Lenny Kravitz's dick.
No, I'm not mad at his
You're
dick.
so
I'm
mad
saying
at
I
his
thought it was
dick.
big, and then I re-saw it.
Well, what if he's a grower and not a shower?
Look at it.
I bet he pees for a long time.
Dude, this guy, it doesn't matter what size this guy's dick even
I know,
is. This guy fucks.
I know I'm jealous. That's all I'm
I
saying.
know. It's fantastic.
Oh, actually, it is big.
Dude, that's a fucking...
It's soft. That's like...
Fuck.
That's soft?
Shit, he's got a big dick.
Yeah, obviously has a big dick. Have you seen him? Come on. He's always like fucking the microphone and like rubbing it on his abs.
Do you think I got a chance with Zoe? His daughter?
No.
You think I have a chance with her?
No.
All right, let's go to the comments. Anything.
Johnny's saying Lenny Kravitz's dick lives rent free in Ben's head.
Mine too, buddy. Mine too.
Hysternicate said, uppercase teeth, lowercase gum people smile and laugh a lot.
They do. That's funny.
Uppercase teeth and lowercase gum. Fucking crazy.
Oh, shit.
Vanessa also said, fucking leave it to Kyle's criminal family to rub off on him. He's breaking the piss law.
The law of urination. All right, everyone. We will be back later on this week by law, because this is what we want to do. So spread the words. We want to keep on going. If you're watching on Spotify, thank you, Kyle, and thank you so much for all your work on getting all that set up, Cal.
Of course.
And I'm going to say this. I'm doing a new thing.
Are you doing a new thing?
Love yourself, be yourself, hail yourself.
Wow.
Isn't that nice? Love yourself.
We have a live, laugh, love.
Love yourself, be yourself, hail yourself.
Wow.
That's what I just started doing yesterday or today.
Love yourself, be yourself. So let's see how long he remembers it.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.